Today, the State Board of Education approved a new rule advanced by Governor Ron DeSantis banning so-called critical race theory and Holocaust denial from being taught in public schools. Critics argue the state is going too far and that conversations about race cannot be avoided in teaching U.S. history. CBS 12's Lexi Nall joins us live with what this means for students and teachers. Lexi?
Well, after hours of public comment, the Florida Board of Education voted unanimously today to issue strict guidance on how history is taught in public schools. The move was championed by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who made it clear what he believes to be racist, divisive theories have no place in the classroom.
So some of this stuff is, I think, really toxic. I think it's going to cause a lot of divisions. I think it'll cause people to think of themselves more as a member of a particular race or based on skin color rather than based on the content of their character.
The governor drawing a line before the State Education Board Thursday, condemning minimization of the Holocaust and critical race theory, which teaches that racism is embedded in the American institutions to perpetuate the dominance of the white race.
We need to be doing educating people, not trying to indoctrinate them with ideology.
The issue has been a hot topic for months, and today's meeting drew parents and educators from all over the Sunshine State who wanted to be heard before the vote.
If we take out critical race theory out of our students' rooms, what we're doing is we're saying this conversation is bad. And that is not the case. The conversation is not bad. The history may be pretty awful, but the conversation is not bad.
We're talking about protecting the future of our country, protecting the republic. You have to put in place the proper oversight and disciplinary mechanisms to make sure that critical race theory is shut down and people are penalized.
The Palm Beach County School District tells us critical race theory was never part of its curriculum. But local teachers we spoke to say it's impossible to teach U.S. history without acknowledging the issues of race at certain critical periods then and now.
How would I not include race in my conversations with my students? I don't even understand that.
This is part of our history, and we're not like, no one's trying to make a point like, to separate anybody. We want unity more than anything. That's how we move forward in a country, is to have that unity. But we have to understand our past, and there's facts, there's stories written. I mean, there's everything that we have, that the stuff that has impact that went on in the past has still impacted minorities today.
The concern about this amendment passed by the board is that it will shut the door on important conversations about the role of race in our history and today. But the text of the rule is clear, only precluding specific theories or curricula and requiring that history be taught without distorting or suppressing objective truths.
We require teaching actual history of every part of American history. The history of slavery in America, the Civil War. That is not only should be taught in Florida, it is required to be taught in Florida.
While similar legislation banning critical race theory has already passed in other states, including Ohio and Oklahoma, and the issue is currently being debated in more than a dozen others. In the studio, I'm Lexi Nall reporting.